Ooh, what's up, guys? How's it going? Uh, so we're back doing another live stream. Um, you guys know I don't make any announcements. I'm just trying to do what I can and keep it up to date with and consistency. Consistency is also another good thing. So I'm always trying to do this live stream on Monday around 9 o'clock. But I'm glad for any of you guys that show up. I had quite the weekend. I'm extremely tired. And I practically am losing my voice. It's that bad. Oh my goodness. Hey, relatable figs. How you doing, man? Whew. Let's see. I was still trying to set up one of my screens. I don't know why I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Good lord. Share screen. And let's see. Sorry, guys. I saw some of you just jump in. Give me 1 second. I'm running late with doing quite a few things here. There was a lot to do just today. That's what made it so difficult. Let's see who's here. Black Knight, how you doing, man? Greedo, always nice to see you, man. Arthur Sesmus, how are you, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Rerum Trading, how you doing, man? Fabulous Disaster, what's going on? Uncaged Otaku, what's going on, man? Oh my God, there is Dante. Hey, bud, how you doing? Four Feathers, what's going on, man? Look at this. So, I'm exhausted. I'm very tired. It's like my I couldn't recoup very well. I drove home around late afternoon Sunday, and it was a really good drive. I got home in like an hour and 45 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. Traffic was a little hell on the George Washington Bridge. That's normal. It's what you go through whenever you're trying to get into New York or out of New York. Toy Hunter, what's going on? But the whole 4 days was almost a blur because of how much stuff I had to do working for Reed Pop. And then my Saturday was so packed. I was just like on this itinerary schedule, and trying to mix in like exhibitors here and there so I could check things out and try to enjoy myself at the con. It was unbelievable. Well, yeah, we will talk about everything. Uh, my experience there, working for Reed Pop, little things like that. And then all the people I met. Wonderful people I met. Um, Running into Dante again was always a pleasure. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate your friendship. It's awesome that we got to just at least hang out for the moments that we had. But it was good. It was such a great weekend, 4 day weekend. It was unbelievable. Um, what do you think? Do you think yeah, you know what? I'll talk about uh Thursday and Friday first. Uh so Wednesday I got in, and Wednesday I was planning to go down to like Midtown because I got in around like 3 p.m. I drove to my sister's uh condominium, and we were basically trying to find parking, because if you know about parking in New York, you got to make sure that when you park, you don't park in the area where they're going to do street cleaning, or else you're going to get ticketed or towed, either one. That's always a bad idea. so so when I got there, I swear I was driving around for like close to an hour trying to find a parking spot. I hated it. I hate looking for a parking spot. But I got one. I was able to get a spot so that way I didn't have to move it on Thursday morning because Thursday morning I had to work and I didn't want to mess that up. So I got my spot. Uh, because it took so long, I just decided to not take the train and go into Midtown. I just felt like might as well relax. It's going to be a busy day on Thursday, and we'll go from there. Got some Chinese takeout. So good. It's weird. Chinese takeout from New York is so much different here in PA. It really is to me. Uh, I did. Yes, we'll definitely talk about it. You sound it and it looks look at bro. Yeah, I know, right? My eyes are still like bloodshot. It was so windy down there. I should have got like eye drops or something. I had to do the live stream because I don't know when I'm going to put my videos out. It it's a mess, and I even couldn't cover everything. I tried. Did I score Broly? I did because I did the pre-order, so I was able to pick it up. Yes, thank you, Brian King. How are you, man? Um, but Thursday, my shift. So here's the weird thing: Reed Pop had like a whole new uh, temp agency that was kind of handling all of the scheduling. They were new to the whole game of like event coordinating. So all they were handling was the schedules and they did okay with some schedules. I had to work with them in flexibility because they were trying to schedule me from like 10 to 8 and that's a long day. I did it anyway because I didn't have much to really go through. So where I was working in Artist Alley. And Artist Alley is one of those it's one of those places where it can get extremely packed and you have to be on your toes to move around a lot and navigate people. There were a lot of instances where people would just crowd so much over the artist, the talent pretty much, and you had to be that guy to tell people to move and to kind of like file in an orderly fashion. It can be draining, but you know what? The people that you meet um in organizing these lines or helping out with the talent is one of those things that you just enjoy. I mean, I love talking to people. I enjoy meeting new people. I think that's like the retail in me because I used to be a retail operations manager and I enjoyed like that interactivity, that socializing. So I was scheduled to work with certain artists to make sure that everything was going to go okay for them because of their lines can grow really big based upon who the artist is. And it was it's surprisingly Thursday went off really badly for Peach Momoko. Uh, Peach Momoko has been doing Marvel variant covers, I'm sorry, since I want to say 2020 is when she started and she blew up. She's incredible and she's so popular right now. If you follow comics, if you follow uh, comic book artists, she is known all throughout Marvel and anyone who reads Marvel. Her covers are everywhere, and people flip them. But she was a trooper. She wanted to provide her fans up to 10 signatures That's a lot. I've never seen that happen before. When it comes to signatures, at least free signatures, most artists do up to 3. She said 10 is good, and she would do remarks on the books. And I call her a trooper because she was hanging in there. She's this tiny Japanese woman, and she kept moving the line along, and we were just trying to make sure everything was moving smoothly. It was amazing. Um, there were other instances throughout the day, but everything was handled pretty well. So I was in Artist Alley all throughout Thursday. I I think on my break I kind of tried to jump into the show floor. Oh yeah, I did. I went to the Marvel booth because I know they had the HasLab displayed there, and that's when I ran into Dwight. So talked to Dwight for a little bit. Really cool. It was really nice to talk to him. So I had that moment for myself, and I did take a picture with him because I had to. Oh my goodness. Brian King, what'd you say? And Alex Martinez, how you doing? I did got to hang out with so many good folk. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You know why? Because you're a very popular person. You're famous. You're famous. Uh, but yeah, that was my Thursday. I was there all the way till closing, and it was one of the best days ever. I got to meet so many different artists and new artists that I've never heard of before, and it was a lot of fun. So much fun working with the people. Friday was even crazier because my shift is still Artist Alley, and it was from 9:45 to 8:15. I was like, Jesus Christ, I will still do it. And you know why? It's because I get paid for it. They do pay you hourly. Um, I think it was 1975 hourly. So why not? I get my free 4-day pass, and I get paid for doing this, and I have fun doing it. It it's it's a win-win for me. Um, but Friday was a big day, and I wasn't expecting it because I had no idea what the schedule was for anything in Artist Alley. I didn't bother to look because Thursday wiped me out. I left. I grabbed some 99-cent pizza. Oh, that was fun. I got like 5 slices. It's ridiculous. Um, got back on the subway and went right to the condo and just slept. Woke up, got to Artist Alley Friday morning, and I spoke to my manager, and he said, "It's going to be me and you. We're working with Jim Lee today." I was like, "You got to be kidding me. Jim Lee, really?" What's the schedule like? Because what are you saying? And he had a full day schedule. Uh, Most of it was back to back. He had like these hour and a half increments of single signatures, and then he had a 2-hour session of the full fan experience, which was like you get a poster that's signed, 3 signatures, and a selfie photo, and then another 2-hour session of CGC, meaning your package and the 3 items that you want to sign can get sent out to CGC. So that's crazy. Uh, I was shocked because we managed the line. Luckily, we had those stanchions to separate all the people and make sure everything was going on. And people weren't cutting, and they had their tickets because this was a ticketed event. People had to buy those tickets like a week in advance. So Friday was completely sold out, and trying to get other people who haven't paid for it out of the line because they don't realize it's a ticketed event, and they would be sitting there for like hours wasting their time. And someone did. Someone actually sat there thought he could get a signature, not realizing he had to pay for it. And I I had to break it down. I was like, look, you sat here for nothing. There, there's no way you're gonna get anything. It's not possible. Uh Scarlet Kid, what's going on, man? Four feathers, yes. Jim Lee, all day Friday. It was nuts. Uh he had like a whole table of merchandise of like a whole new sketchbook and uh I think like printed sketches that are all autographed, and then a lot of comic book slabs that were all graded and all signed, everything like that. And he was signing away. Uh, the worst part was that his first signing, he was 45 minutes late. It was horrible. Trying to explain to these people like like apologize because they all had other things to do, because that's what happens in cons. You schedule your day based upon what you want to do, and if this first signing was from 10:30 to 11:30 and he didn't start till 11:15, there's a lot of people in line that had like, let's just say, a 12 p.m. panel to go to, or they had to go pick up something at an exhibitor booth. And so they were all late. It was unbelievable. And I couldn't like apologize more on his behalf. It was terrible. But a lot of people were very patient. Other people were not. Other people were removed, basically. And what I mean by that, they were removed by security because they wouldn't follow the rules. And the one rule was for this particular signing, you had to wear a mask. Granted, in the Jacob Javits Center where it was held, you were supposed to wear a mask, but I'd say 40% of people were not wearing masks. But when they enforce it on somebody, when they single you out, just put on your mask. I don't care if you take it off later. Just at that moment, put on your mask. But these two individuals didn't want to, and security was called. They were removed. Their badges were taken away, not to come back. I didn't know what else I could say. I basically told everybody in the line, don't be that guy. If you're asked to put on your mask, just put it on. You may hate it. I don't care about it. I wore my mask majority of the day. And then some people didn't care for it. It is what it is. I have no problem wearing a mask. I don't mind doing it. It doesn't bother me. But some people have some serious issue about the mask. And if it's a health condition, sure, whatever. Just say something. But for Jim Lee, it was required. So I had to witness that whole issue. That was nuts. But throughout the day, just working with Jim Lee, having lunch. We had lunch. We all had lunch together. It was crazy. Working with his staff, his publicist, all that stuff. It was crazy. But that was my full Friday. I never left Artist Alley. I was trying to take a break and get up on the show floor and do something, but I couldn't do it. I think it was more so like the importance of what was happening, because there are so many people that would line up really early, and someone had to like manage what could have happened, and that was the issue. That was it was fun. Trust me, I had a lot of fun. I I couldn't ask for anything more working with Jim Lee, and you know, being able to talk to him and things like that. So it was cool. Four feathers. Jim Lee was late to his artist. See, that's the thing. He wasn't late. He was there the whole time. The problem was there were guests of his that were in the curtain, behind the curtain with him, that took up most of his time without having any care that there's people were waiting. That was the issue. I I couldn't move them along, so we just had to wait until they were done talking. That was the problem. A mega weapon. I swear, putting on a mask is decent. It is, and that's why I said, just put it on for this moment. If you want to take it off, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you, because I'm just saying, don't get singled out. Yeah. But yeah, Jim Lee all day, crazy. Oh, and for my troubles, I was able to get the print that was signed. There you go. So we got Batman, Joker all tied up, Catwoman in the background. So this was for my troubles. Free autograph print that was exclusive to this particular signing. So that's awesome. That's really, really nice. And Saturday. Oh my God. Saturday was my day off. That was my fun day. That was the day where I knew I'm going to go everywhere on the show floor. And I actually had some things scheduled. I had a lot of things scheduled. I had, let's see. Oh, I had Fig Pin to go to. I wanted to pick up a Fig Pin. I had to pick up my Broly from Bandai. I also wanted to pick up the Dragon Ball Z freebie bags, because the only way to get those are the first thing in the morning. You have to make sure to line up, and they're usually gone within the first 10 minutes. Dante knows that, because Dante was in line with me, and Dante had to get his bag for D Amazing. Yeah, that was so. Yeah, that was like an everyday thing for Bandai. It was crazy. I had my Sting autograph at 11:20, but unfortunately, Sting had canceled, so couldn't meet Sting this time. But that's okay, because I still had Britt Baker, who was there. So I wanted to plan and make sure I went down there to get her autograph. And what else? What else did I have? Oh, I had a Smallville panel, and I had Bleach, the Bleach panel of the 1,000-Year Blood War. This right here, because Bleach, an anime, if you guys don't know, is coming back to finish the story. And this panel was huge because it was held in the Empire stage. The Empire stage can fit a massive amount of people, and they had the very first episode, not to be shown anywhere else. So we, all of us, pretty much in the panel, were able to watch the first episode exclusively, which was amazing. The first episode is nuts. The animation and everything about this show felt like a movie, like it was a movie quality type show, but this is an episodic show. So the animation is top notch. It's unbelievable. And this story sounds awesome. I haven't read the manga, so I don't know anything about the 1,000-Year Blood War, but this is visually wild. It is an amazing show. Oh man. What is it? Bleach is something I've been waiting for you. When you see episode 1, Omega Weapon, holy crap. The animation is stunning, and they they don't hold anything back on this first episode. Unbelievable. Dark Joker. Yeah, it's Sting. I know. My God. And that line was wild. Yep. Yeah, it was a lot worse on Thursday. uh, but outside of that panel, our good friend Dark Joker's in here had asked me, because I ran into him on, was it Thursday or Friday? Either one of those days. He asked me to be the cameraman for a few minutes so we could do his interview with the Marvel Legends team. Of course, I will never say no, except for this upcoming Friday, which sucks. I really hate it. I wish I could. But I couldn't say no to you. Of course, I would help you out. No big deal. So at 11 o'clock, we had Dante had scheduled his interview with the amazing three people of Marvel Legends, of Dan Yoon, Ryan Ting, and Dwight Stahl. So we were right there at the Marvel booth at 11 o'clock. It was good. And I saw Jesse Falcon too. I completely forgot that was Jesse Falcon when you said that to me. I forgot who he was at that moment. I didn't realize it. But yeah, Dante had his interview. I don't know when he might put that out, but I would highly suggest to go over to Infinity Equation and subscribe to check out that interview, because I know, to be honest, Dante, I couldn't hear shit. It was so loud that I was scared for your microphone not working, so I couldn't tell if your microphone was working. So that's why I asked you that Saturday, is like, did you check the video? Because I don't know if it recorded sound, and I was afraid that it wasn't working. But you said it was good, so that's good. That's really good. But I can't wait to watch it, because I have no idea what questions you asked. Couldn't hear a thing at all. It was so loud. It's up on the channel already. Okay, I didn't see it. I was so tired today. I didn't even check anything on social. But throughout Saturday, it was going all over the place. When I went to Figpin, I think I stood in line for 45 minutes. Yeah, I stood in line for 45 minutes for Figpin, and they were selling out quick. But Figpin, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna switch to my Fig Cam so you guys can see. Let's see. Let's remove this. Yeah. When I was at Figpin, there's all the exclusives, because they were only selling exclusives. That's what they do there. But I needed this one, Mystique, because I've only been collecting the X-Men animated series Fig pins, because they look awesome. And there are some chases, there are some exclusive. I'm not caught up because I haven't gotten any of Wave 2 yet. But you can see there's like this shimmer, like this glitter on it, because this is an exclusive to New York Comic Con. So there you go. But yeah, these are cool. I love these Fig pins just because it's like a little mini statue and a pin. Weirdest thing in the world. But these things go for a lot of money sometimes, depending upon what it is. So that's what's so crazy about it. But Fig pin, the line moved along. It was still good. And then after that, I went to the Marvel booth. The Marvel booth was the interview, and we were just waiting to get that done and over with. Had a small conversation, small chat, And I did get my 2-pack signed. Here you go. We got, this is Dwight. That's Dwight's signature. That's Ryan's signature. And that's Dan Newton's signature. And they're all pointing at toe articulation. So there you go. I had them sign this because Spinneret was my pocket fig for the day. So I I had to get something signed by them outside of having a group picture. That's still cool. But yeah, this was, I went to try and go to many other booths. I honestly collected so much free stuff because there's always free stuff at the convention. Like this was the program guide, Den of Geek. They always be doing the program guides, but the whole map, the map is in here somewhere. Which of course we went over that last week because it was a huge map. So much to do, so many different panels, autograph signings, photo ops. It's crazy. And lots of like handbooks, like from Tamashii Nations, all kinds of stuff to buy in the future. I got a bandana from the One Piece store. One Piece was huge this year. They had like 3 different exhibitor booths. So much going on. But this guy, because this was all on Saturday. Everything on this table was pretty much Saturday. I had to go to Bandai and pick up my pre-order, which was cool. You got to pre-order the exclusive for the convention. This is SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Broly, the exclusive edition, which is typically a different color and an effect, which I love. The color scheme on this is really nice. Really, really nice. There you go. And it comes with the effect in the background. So, very nicely done. I love it. Exclusive edition. There you go. So, yeah. Let's see. Wolfpack, how you doing, man? Appreciate that. And not really into fig pins, but that's really cool. That's okay. They do have a rogue. It was on wave 1. You can pretty much find that anywhere if they have fig pins. Awesome looking Broly. It is. It's a very nice one. This is like the Dragon Ball Super movie Broly. So that's why I really wanted to get it. They gave me little bracelets too, so why not? Oh, this was my badge. That's why I'm a crew. That gets you into anywhere, pretty much. And lanyards. Always handing out lanyards. I got a lot of lanyards. And I got a Naruto bandana. Trust me, I was just going to all these booths and they were just handing stuff out. It's crazy. Look at these. Scott Snyder's Book of Evil pins. 20-year anniversary to Bleach. Scott Snyder and Francis Manipul's Clear comic book. NYCC exclusive pin. Here's something. These are cool. And these were at the Marvel store. This was a Spider-Man mystery pins. You don't know what you're going to get in it. So these was the selection of what you could randomly find in these bags. And I know Dante had some not so good luck with it. I only got 2, so I wanted to check it out and see it. I'm not a troller. How you doing, man? GeForce Racing, how you doing? Let's see. What thoughts on the SH Figure Arts DBs? It's amazing as always. They have these giant statues of everybody, and they have like these photo booths where you can take pictures of yourself with the characters. But their display of showing off all of the SH Figure Arts, all of the Dragon Stars figures, the Banpresto figures or statues, I should say, the Figure Arts Zero statues, they're all amazing. If you ever go to a con and Bandai's there, they will have the most massive structures in their booths. It's awesome. But these pins, here's 2. I got 2 of them. You apparently could get any one of the 6. And then there's 2 other like chase ones. So the first one I opened was Electro. Isn't that cool? Where they base it off of the old Marvel Universe cards. To be honest, it just makes you not want to take it off the card back. But it looks great. I like that. This looks, I feel like this was like series 1 Marvel Universe. And then out of the second one was the Spider-Man, which I love this one. This was series 3 Marvel Universe 1992. This was when I started collecting Marvel cards right there. These are heavy as hell, but this is a cool pin. Exactly like the card. I was scared of getting more because I didn't want to get doubles. That's the problem. But I just stuck with the 2. And plus, to be honest, these are $16 each. I was like, God damn it. That's expensive. Even this was $20. Because fig pins are normally like $10 to $15. So that's what happens when you're buying exclusives. You're paying the higher price. Let's see. Scarlet Kid. The one, this one was Carnage versus Spider-Man. This one, no idea. Couldn't figure out who it could have been, and no one I saw when we were opening them at the counter knew what it was. So I was trying to figure that out, but I couldn't figure that out. Also at the Marvel booth, I did get 2 comics. The J. Scott Campbell exclusive Exterminators #1 of Dazzler. If you guys have watched me for a while, you guys know I love J. Scott Campbell's work. Right there. And I have Carnage #6 by Peach Momoko. If you can recognize that, because Peach Momoko's work is so easily identifiable because her watercolors are incredible. And this is no exception. This is an unbelievable piece right there. So there is that. This is the exclusive through the Marvel booth right there. What else did I get? Oh, the Viz Media booth, the anime booth. They were giving out masks, so that was really nice. I don't know what MetaZoo is. It looks like a trading card game, but they were handing these packs out, and I figured I'd just give it to my kids, see what it's all about. Let's see. I think I got more pins, which are always nice. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, acrylic stands. This one's by the Good Smile Company that make like the Nendroids or Figma. Comixology pin and a One Piece keychain. I got this because I went and tried out the One Piece Odyssey video game that comes out next year. So it's always fun. They were cool that you could try out a demo of the game. It's a turn-based game. I liked the graphics a lot, but it still moved really slow, and I feel like they need to put more into it to speed it up a bit. um, I did go to visit D Amazing. Uh, he was working because he was working with his friends at the Image Anime booth. Um, Basically, Image Anime is a store that he helps his friends, you know, throughout New York Comic Con to basically sell. Um, and if you're ever in New York Comic Con, you go to that booth because you'll meet D. So he did have a figure that I needed. Why can't I take it out? Here we go. Look at that. He had Sasuke. So of course I had to get it because Omega weapons no help either. um, I got Sasuke and I'm happy with it. They were selling for $55, which is even better. This is awesome. I'm glad I have the main three: Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. And this was basically enabled by D Amazing. And I didn't even have to watch a review. I basically had to talk to him and he told me, and it was the price that won me over, of course. So of course I picked it up. I bought something from D Amazing. But yes, that's another figure pickup. And then my Britt Baker. I went to go see Britt. Had her autograph my figure. And there you go. How's that? Wonderful person to talk to. I was honestly shocked how petite she was. It's so different when you watch these guys on TV. When you watch wrestling, they're so they're so much bigger when you watch them. But then when you meet them or when you see them in person or watch them live, it's this weird perception of like how much smaller they are in real life. It's so funny. Um, but I do have a picture of us. I didn't post that yet. I need to post that on Instagram. But yes, I actually talked to her about this figure because we were talking about the previous figure that she had, and she knew right off the bat. It's like it wasn't proportionate to the way it should be. But she gave me some insight that with Jazzwares, they actually do face scans for the figures. Um, I think it just in my head it might not get painted properly because I don't know if they use like that, like how Marvel Legends does it, where they that digital spray. So that's probably why in some cases the faces may look off. But apparently, Britt said that no, they go in and they do full body scans and facial scans for their figures. So at least that's some good information in regards to Jazzwares making their wrestling figures. Um, I was actually happy to hear that because for any sculptor, I'm sure it was hard because that first figure of hers, she knew right off the bat. She was like, no, she liked it for the fact that it was her first figure, but she knew that it wasn't right. It wasn't perfect yet. But this one, she was very happy with. So, as am I. The Supreme figures are so much better, and I have to buy another one because I can't open this one. So we'll figure that out one day. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Um, I think. Oh, you know what? I didn't show. Yeah, there was a lot of other stuff too. Like I said, I was going through a lot of booths. There was a Demon Slayer booth that were handing out the envelope bags, which these are really nice because these turn into like file folders. So I like these. I can use them in like binders. They work great. Is that Brad? Look, hey Brad, how you doing? I am talking about it now because there's so much to go over. All this Comic Con stuff is awesome and all, but I really want to know your thoughts on the Mythic Legions. You know, that Horseman showed up on Friday while I'm at New York. God, I knew that was going to happen. So I do have it. I haven't opened it yet. Um, and then let's see, what else did I get? Oh, like I said, One Piece was all over the place. They were handing out fans. Yeah, look at that. And they handed out a single strap bag, huge bag. These are big, but that's cool. I like that. As well as I got the Dragon Ball bag from Bandai. There you go. It's Gohan and Piccolo. And this spoiled it because I had no idea. Um, I haven't seen the Dragon Ball superhero movie, so I don't know what happens in that movie. But the image on the other side of this was like, who are they? Those are new characters to me, and I don't know what that is. But I learned about it at the Bandai booth because there was figures of them. So on this side, there you go. It's as if Piccolo went Super Saiyan, and I think that's Gohan, and he's got like Ultra Instinct in him or something. I'm just like, what the hell happened? I see. This is what happened. I I need to see that movie. I got to find out what happened. But this bag is cool because it's like a backpack. It's got straps on there, so those are fun to carry around. You can throw everything in those bags at Comic Con, and nothing will get ruined. So I love, grabbing these swag bag stuff. They're always fun. Um, I feel like, oh yeah, there is a little bit. Um, so my Saturday was just going everywhere, buying the things that I planned on buying, and it worked out great. I don't think I really missed anything. I was pretty much good to go. But at near the last like part of Saturday, I actually did find 796 Studios. Hello there, toys. Which we ran into each other several times, but it was great to always hang out with them. Um, but 796 was there. He flew in that day, so that was awesome. Um, and I ran into Yoko with him. Uh, Yoko is part of Super 7. Um, and then we went over to the Neca booth and ran into Blaine. Blaine, I've known for about a year now. So I knew he would be there because he's representing NECA. So I knew we could go and meet him and make sure everything was cool with him. And he was actually showing us a lot of the new stuff that was on display. So that was really awesome. Oh, look, Abel, what's going on, man? You covered a lot. You were there for 2 days or 4. I was there for all 4 days because I worked it. That's the thing. um, but we hung out at the Neca booth and we had a surprise visit by Ryan Ting. So I put that picture up on Instagram. We were all there hanging out, talking. So that was really cool. So I had to, capture that moment and get that picture of Hasbro, NECA, and Super 7 all in one picture. That was like, oh, and Machu Toy. He was with us as well. If you follow him on Instagram, because he's got some great pics, um, that's another person that I met for the first time there. But that was my Saturday. It was very busy running around. I also ran into the Gasolcast. If you guys don't know the Gasolcast, they have been good friends, like YouTube friends of mine for years, like 5+ years. They're Funko Pop collectors, but they've created their own toy line. So they were there representing their toy line, um, and Mischief Toys and their Ghastly. So I had to support them. I made sure to check up on them because it was their first New York Comic Con. But it was great. I thought it was really cool that they were doing what they're doing, and everything worked out great for them. So they were selling so much stuff, and that's awesome. But Sunday was my last day there, and Sunday was more of playing catch up with people that I knew from Reed Pop. So I wanted to make sure and find certain managers that I know, that I've worked with before, that I wasn't working this time around, and that was good. Everyone was awesome. Uh, but it was back to Artist Alley. Artist Alley was a huge endeavor once again, because we had so much on the schedule. And the biggest one was Frank Miller. Frank Miller, I think he had some sort of panel. I don't remember, but he handed out 100 like bracelets, and that bracelet guaranteed you an autograph at his booth in Artist Alley. So we had to line up these people in an area where it was barely any room for other traffic to get through. It was bad. So that was a huge mess to manage, but it was still ran well. But at the same time, his staff created another line because they were selling autographs. And so I had a line of bracelets, and then I had a line for like separate tickets. What's worse is that he was over an hour late. So I had these lines sitting in this back area of the Artist Alley, blocking so much traffic, but it couldn't be helped because these people would not move from where we put them because they were afraid to lose their place. And I don't blame them. It was just unfortunate. So we managed it. And then Kevin Eastman, we were working his line. Kevin Eastman was really cool. He didn't have that much of a big line, just because his time was short, but at least he was cool enough to make the time to talk to the people who showed up for him, because they did have like this hardcover exclusive book of The Last Ronin that was like, I want to say only 100 per day. I feel it. I can't remember. Um, oh, that's right. NJ Tree, who I've talked to on my videos about, when we went to RetroCon or ZoloCon like that. He went to New York Comic Con and he visited me in Artist Alley every day, pretty much, because he was running around doing his thing, getting his autographs, going to his panels, things like that. So it was awesome to see NJ Tree again. But he actually got one of those Last Ronin covers, not covers, hardcover books. So that was cool. It was really cool to see it. It was from the IDW booth, but it was nice. And who else? Oh, Scott Snyder. Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo worked their lines a bit through Comixology as well. And he actually gave me a poster and his signature right there. And this is of a story, We Have Demons, from Comixology. That's cool. And that's Greg Capullo work too. That's his art. But there's Scott Snyder's signature right there. So that's awesome. If you don't know Scott Snyder, he did that huge run of Batman, of New 52 Batman, with started with the Court of Owls. So that's how you kind of know the name Scott Snyder. Okay, let's see. Oh, man, wait till you do. It is amazing. Yeah, I know. I will. A lot of great stuff. Thank you. I have lots of those big totes. I carry them with me because, yeah, exactly, because they're the best thing to have when you start collecting all this free stuff. Who is the guy with glasses? I think he collects Neca. The guy with glasses represents Neca. That's Blaine. He works for Neca. He actually lives not too far from me, so that's why I know Blaine. But he commutes to work to New Jersey, so that's why I knew he was going to be there because he represents them. So, Jason, how you doing, man? Saw your Instagram. That's cool. Saw with the Marvel crew. Yes, that was a great day. But yeah, that's after Scott Snyder, I was done. I think I just tried to run back on the show floor and say my byes to everybody that I interacted with, and then I was on my way home. Quite the weekend, long weekend. I was very, very tired, and I still am. And if my voice sounds different, it's because I did a lot of yelling, just trying to navigate people. So much fun, though. But yeah, it was a great time. I'm still surprised. So here's the thing: when I had my free day on Saturday, I tried. I really, really tried to get as much coverage as I can, but it didn't happen. I think I got all of NECA, most of Bandai, some of the Marvel booth because the HasLab were there. Just the HasLab. There was no other like Hasbro items because technically Hasbro wasn't there. Hasbro's never done New York Comic Con before, or if they did, when I talked to Dwight, it was back in like 2012 or something like that. And I couldn't go to Super 7. I tried to at least get some coverage there. I mostly got a lot of coverage just walking the show floor, just so you could see the chaos and everyone moving and running around, things like that. So the videos might be a little sparse, but I will do what I can in trying to, showcase what I did record because it was a lot. It was a whole lot of stuff. But yeah, that's really all that happened. On the Toy Arc page, let me see if I'll pull that up. They did post quite a bit of stuff from New York Comic Con because there was a lot of reveals, and NECA was a big one. NECA showed a lot of stuff, and I couldn't even remember which came out or what was new. There was just so much showing there, and they looked great, especially Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles look awesome. And I think I'm going to focus on the NECA video soon and put that up first. Um, when it came to NECA, they showed a lot of stuff, and I thought it was really cool. Uh, yeah, if you haven't seen these pics, I mean, you could see right off the bat who some of these guys are. Look at that. And to be honest, some of them I can barely remember the names because it's been so long since I watched any of the animated stuff. Yeah, they hid some behind the windows. That was a cool shot right there. Yeah. These were cool to see in person. This side had the Ronins up at the top too, and the comic versions. Right there, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I don't even know. I can't remember who that like ninja android is. I have no clue. There's the Ronin right there. It's still Marvel Legends, Abel. Um, I love my Marvel. That's really it. Mythic Legions are probably number 2, and probably a tie between Ben Presto statues and wrestling figures. Yeah, this was cool. The monsters, because they showcased. Where is he? I don't even know who that cat is. What is this? They showcased Donnie right there, and Splinter, and the first time they showed a Casey Jones. They showed Casey Jones as the Phantom of the Opera. Who would have thought? I had at first I looked, I was like, I don't recall this being announced, but they just basically put him on display for people to be like, is that Casey? That's pretty much what they did. And I thought it was funny because I was like, holy crap, it is. And I talked to Blaine about it. He's like, yep, we just put him out and everyone was loving it. It's funny. Uh, they had the movie Turtles still with this accessory set. I remember that. And then they had gargoyles. They had they had these guys up, and it just made me fall in love more because I was like looking at these guys and I was like, wow, these look great. Broadway should be coming soon, but Hudson has been around Walmart apparently. Even Blaine didn't know that. I told him, I was like, yeah, Broadway's been, I mean, not Broadway. Hudson has been found in Walmarts, but we can't, some of us can't find them yet. They look so good. Look at Brooklyn. Wow. That wingspan is much different, so that box must be much bigger. And this is cool. So I think that's Angela. And now we have a Demona with the cape wings. For feathers, you found Hudson. God damn it. I don't know who that baby is. I don't remember. Yeah, but the cape wings, that looks nice. And of course, oh, we know who that is. But they had the oh yeah, they had Lexington. So small. He was small. So I wasn't sure. Like, I hope this is cheaper because of less plastic with wings. There's Hudson. And then all the Xanatos armored figures right there. They look good too. Wings look huge, but it was I don't have I may not even bother with those. Super cool, nice shot. You can post them. We all need a big dedicated space. Yes, I know. I don't even have a space yet. I've been trying to figure that out. Jordan from Canada. How you doing, man? Uh and of course they were also showing some other items. We've seen these guys before. Some of them are hitting the shelves now. Uh but seeing the Universal monsters and the accessory sets. Man, the accessory sets alone look so good. Because there's like the Frankenstein table. And then there's the Bride of Frankenstein table, if I'm not mistaken. There's the mummy accessory set in the background as well. These are really cool to see in person. And I know with these figures, they're like 7-inch. So you could really easily utilize them for like the 6-inch scale too. Invisible Man and Dracula. And not only Dracula, but his accessory set right there. And then they showed the new Dungeons and Dragons. Oops. And I can't tell because I don't collect Predator, but they had these Predators on display. Lost Tribe Elder, Ultimate Lost Tribe something. Lost Tribe Predator line looks great. Okay. So I'm assuming these are new. That looks cool. I like that. There's an accessory set for Gremlins right there. The monsters. I think we had a Creepshow figure before. Oh god, these are the life-size Chucky. Alf was there. Yep. And they actually had, if I'm not mistaken, oh, we'll see it, I guess, later. But the Elton John figure was there. This is huge. This is a big piano. Whoever took these shots, because when I recorded it, there was the the box packaging behind it. So not seeing it there is weird to me because I remember seeing the packaging and this figure and the piano took up its own shelf. And I think this might be like like a 3-foot shelf. So this piano is like half the size of that. It's it's really big. Last of Us, E.T. That's what I was getting to. So there's going to be E.T. figures. Look at that. There's 4 different ET figures. Basically, they're all dressed differently. I guess that's a way to get everyone to want to buy them all just because they're all different. But this one I think has, oh yeah, it says LED lights. Yeah. Yeah. ET. The new Toonie Terrors, things like that. Yeah. And their rock and roll series, which I don't really collect or have anything use for it. Secret Headquarters, I have no idea what that is. If it was from back in the day, I don't know. I don't remember. If it's a new movie, again, I don't know. Because that looks like Owen Wilson to me. Predators are a must for you. Okay. T. Yes, Predators and Aliens. I was never a fan of ET. You know, as a kid, I was okay with it. As an adult, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, it was one of those movies. That's it. Let's see. So that was NECA. Yeah, here's the HasLab. I saw Madeline Pryor. Uh, it looks really good, but it's still not enough for me to want to back it again, I should say. Blue Sasquatch. How you doing, man? Yes, it is live. It is live. Um, there's there's still not a lot of value in it, and to be honest, the the backers are still dropping. It went down a lot. I don't think it's going to make it. I think it's just going to keep going down. I don't know what else they might plan to attempt to regain their numbers back. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. Here's Bandai, the Bandai booth, Tamashii Nation's booth. They have awesome display cases. So much cool stuff there. But they showed off a lot of stuff. Some stuff was already out, such as the superhero movie figures. And of course, here's the Broly that I have right here. But there's the orange Piccolo, which is why I was like, what is this? Orange Piccolo. And apparently it happened in the movie. So, spoiler alert, if you didn't watch the movie, that is the case. So now I'm extremely curious to see what in the hell happened in this movie. Because he's big. He's a big guy. There's this Broly too, the powered down Broly, which I like this look at him. And more of the superhero movie with the those two, number 1 and number 2. Yeah, those guys right there. They're advertising them a lot. The second form Frieza and third form Frieza. So that was cool to see. They're so big right there. I wish this one was a little bit bigger, but It is what it is. Still not gonna. I I'm perfectly fine with this Frieza. This Frieza is perfectly fine for me. I don't think I need to get all the different ones. Goblin Queen and Mephisto look awesome, but it's not enough. Exactly. I know. And even if it does reach 9,000, who's to say if we'll even get up to 12,000 to unlock Mephisto and the Goblin Queen? Still not worth it. Yep. Definitely want this Hablem. I'm willing to pay the price just because Ghost Rider's one of. Yeah, I know, but I only feel like it's worth it to me if all of it is unlocked. Then I would say, okay, I can accept it. Think the people have spoken with their wallets. Yes, I'm pretty sure with all those backing out, it's crazy. What was this one? I think these were exclusives at some point, or these were pre-orders. These were previous pre-orders. Oh, they showcased these two. These are from the Broly movie, if I remember. I'm pretty sure it was the Broly movie. So those were just like D-list characters. There's the different Brolys. Yep. I used to have the full power one. I sold it a long time ago because I was getting out of SH Figure Arts at the time. But you know what? I'm happy with the new one because it's not as bulky as full power, and I like the size of that. It's still really good. Showing Purunga right there with Dende, and I like that first form cell that comes with the. I guess you can call it like a locust shell, right there, and a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. That's cool too. So outside of this, there was Ultraman. They did a lot with that. Oh, cool. They have the pictures of Shenlong that kind of towered over everybody. And then you had some like life-size SH figure arts statues that you could take pictures with. It's like right there. And of course, Ultraman. Ultraman was like the return of Ultraman. There was a huge booth going on over there. And they actually had um, some displays of their new stuff too. So of course, the SH Figure Arts Venom right there. That actually looks really good. Viking 46, how you doing, man? That has that muscle card would look great with Punisher and Blade. I still can't believe they haven't made a new Blade figure. Yeah, I'm sure it'll come out soon. Wallet is on life support with all these pre-orders. I know. I'm right there with you. Ever collect monsters in my pocket figs? I feel like I did. I may have done that. I I can't remember. I don't even know if I remember what they look like. Iron Spider. I think that's the newer one that they're going to be releasing. Strange Thor. Ah, this the Tech on Avengers. Those look great too. Of course, we have these guys right here. Hey, if you want figures of these guys, that's cool. Movie realization figures of Star Wars. Whoops, I lost it. And they had Godzilla and King Kong figures and Elden Ring. All right. So I know there's more likely a lot more stuff I don't know if I have the time to really go through it because here's Super 7. Super 7 showed off quite a bit in regards to wrestling and hip hop figures. Uh, so that was a cool reveal. And Diamond Select were there. Diamond Select was there, and I I never saw the booth. I felt like I wandered around the show floor, not realizing I'm walking right by them. There's Trust me, this New York Comic Con, there was so much going on. I could not keep up. It was crazy. Did you see uh, animated Dungeons and Dragons? Hi, Robert. How are you? I Are you saying like, did I watch it when I was younger, or did I see the figures that Neca displayed? But the one thing about Diamond Select, they did show, I think, the Apocalypse figure that they announced. I wonder if it's here because most of Diamond Select is statues, but when it comes to Marvel Select, uh, they normally have something. Yeah, there you go. They did show him. Wow. Oh, and the Super Scroll. Look at that. Or not Super Scroll. It is a Super Scroll. Yeah, it is a super because he's got a bit of Black Bolt right there. There's Apocalypse. So I wish I got to see it just to see how big the figure is. But they did have him on display. I couldn't tell. Uh, just because I cannot believe I missed the booth. I don't feel like Ghost Riders belong in a car. Well, I understand that, but the car in regards to modern times now, so that's when they created that character specifically. I was backing, hoping it would hit the tiers, but no, yeah, never. It just keeps going down. So, Robert, the figures. If you're talking about the NECA figures, yeah, I did see them. I saw them in person. They do look good, um, but it's not one for me to collect. I'm not that interested in it. Um, as much as I love a good sculpt, I have no connection to it, unfortunately. There's Apocalypse and Red Skull. Oh, they had Beta Ray Bill on there too. Dang, I wish I could have seen those. Yeah, right. Okay, so uh, yeah, that was my New York Comic Con. There was a lot going on. I'm not gonna open these yet. I'm gonna hold off on those at another time. I wonder if. Oh man, I got so much stuff on this table. All the fun. But if I have a knife, oh, I do have a knife. I wanted to open up a box I got on this past Friday while I was at New York Comic Con, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not home to pick up this box and check it out." Oh man, Robert animated Hasbro Dungeon and Dragons. Oh, the Hasbro ones. Um, I haven't seen. Well, aside from what Dritz, Dritz was the only one that was released. but I don't know. I don't know of any others. Thomas Brock, how you doing? Yes, that beta rebuild looks really good. Yeah, you never know. That might happen. We need a classic beta rebuild for Marvel Legends. I was still happy with the beta ray from Marvel Legends, the new one that we got. I was perfectly fine with it. Also, 3-0 show anything. Heard they were doing Robotech. I don't know if 3-0 was there. Not a lot of 1/6 scale exhibitors, because Sideshow did a New York Comic Con, but they did it at their own premises. They weren't at New York Comic. This was the first time, or second time technically, that they did not show up at New York Comic Con. It was a shame too. They could have provided the space for them, and like Iron Studios and all the like big name statue companies. I was hoping that they would be there because they always have an amazing presence. But here's the last thing we're going to go over. This was the big box that I got on Friday, and I wanted to open it up. Boy, oh boy. Because I ordered this, I want to say a week ago. It was a impulse buy, spur of the moment, because they announced it on Saturday morning, the Saturday before this one that just passed. Sorry about all the noise, but it is a huge box, and there's a reason for that. Because this figure, I know, is going to be amazing to me. Me too. I almost was in, but when I saw the car didn't have any sound, I know. Any Mezco, Spider-Man, FF. Mezco was not there because they did their Mezco con thing the previous week. So they decided not to attend New York Comic Con. I wish they did. I miss them. It's been 2 New York Comic Cons of them not being there. I wish they showed up. RMD, what's going on, man? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna knock stuff over. Let me just kind of put this down here and then take it out. Oh yeah. Oh. Right there. Mythic Legions. The Figura Obscura line. The Headless Horseman. My God. When they showcased this on that Saturday morning, like no one was prepared at all. No one was prepared for this. When they announced it, at that 9 a.m. time, you could buy it and it would ship within the week. And boom, there it is. Ordered on a Saturday and it arrived on the Friday. Good Lord. Put that on solo cam. Okay, let's try. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I had that on there. My bad. My bad. Oh, there we go. It's my audio was cutting out. Let me see. Where did that go? So if you guys don't know, I love Mythic Legions now. Yes, horsey. There's a horsey. There's the other side of it. Some awesome artwork. Oh, so the box, it's a single box, but there's a magnet that kind of holds that. And it's like its own display background right there. Really nice. Let's see. So, well, we can do that. And while that was the background of it, and this was the back, here is the front. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna turn that off. Is this still available? I don't think so. You can check on the store horseman.com. They might have it. Any boss fight? I love the Flash. No, boss fight never comes to New York Comic Con. The thing is that most toy companies do all of their showings at Toy Fair, which they haven't done for several years. And if and when they don't do Toy Fair, most toy companies do San Diego Comic Con. That's it. You rarely see a lot of toy companies at New York Comic Con. That's why I was shocked that Mezco didn't show up or Sideshow didn't show up. But it is what it is. There will be some moments where they will show up or they'll just peace out. That's what it is. Oh, what's the resale on this? I heard some people are buying this for close to $250 to $300. This was $120 plus tax and shipping. Yeah. So yeah, that's Mythic Legions. Mythic Legions will always appreciate in value. It's crazy. That's why with Mythic Legions, you pre-order, so you get the cheapest price. And if they ever do drops like this, to be honest, just buy it. Whether you like it or not, you can always you'll keep it or you'll sell it. Either one. Let's see. I'm gonna at least try to take some of the figures out so you guys can see what it looks like. This, I never got a Mythic Legions 2-pack before, so I'm curious. But I know there's gonna be so many twist ties in this thing. It's heavy. Ooh, and it comes with a nice soft cake. The mane came off. Oh no, it's a separate. You can have different hairpiece for the back of the horse. That's cool. Or the neck of the horse. God man, there is a lot. That's nice. They got more hands here, and got this figure. I'm sorry with all this plastic sounds. It can't be helped. I'm trying to. So there's a cape and sword in that package right there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 twist ties for just the figure. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 really big ones for the horse. But yeah, there you go. This looks good. The flaming pumpkin head looks really good. I will not take this out right now. It's going to be too much of a hassle, and it's going to be loud as hell with all this plastic crinkling. Yeah. But you can see these amazing details. Let me see if I can just move the camera better and show you. Looks so good. And like the sculpt and the paint details. Look, even down to the gloves. Like the rivets are all painted on. This is the neck piece for the severed head that you put right in there when you are going to hold the pumpkin head. There's the horse. There's a huge difference between the McFarlane horse. It really is. Look at the saddle. Look at all those painted details. This is Mythic Legions, man. This is awesome. This is why I love this company so much. They put the work in the details of the paints and the sculpts. Awesome. I mean, look, even this hair. That. Oh boy. Let's see. Where? Goddamn, and its value only going to go up, I suppose. Yes, it always does. When it comes to mythics, it just keeps on going up. And you know why? A lot of times it's because certain figures, they will only produce a certain amount, and then you won't be able to get it anymore unless like there's someone who's willing to sell it. Like if there's a figure that you wanted, you're going to hope to God that they re-release it at some point in the future. And that's when you can be happy and get it for a reasonable price. But you don't know. That's the thing. So when you start looking at figures and learning about the storyline, that's when you can like try and determine who you may want to get. But it's up to you if you feel like paying certain prices for certain characters. Let's see. Bastion, how you doing, man? Sweet sound of release. Horse looks great. Yes. Yes, it does. I'm very surprised. I love the color outside of it. I mean, yes, it's a black horse, but they got a lot of different accents of color throughout, and it looks really good. I've been wanting to get into Mythic Legions for a while. You got to just try one. And there's a lot available right now, like that you can buy on BBTS, because the Vampire Wave has been released, and a lot of the Legion Builder waves that you could try out. Plan getting McFarlane horse, but don't think I'd want to customize that horse already. Yes, I would never. I mean, I can interchange parts because Mythic Legions are fully modular. You can take this entire figure apart and mix it up with a whole other figure, and you just basically create your own character. All-Star Wave wasn't as good as I'd hoped for. Really? Well, you know what? I can understand that, but there were some characters that I was happy to have picked up because I can be very selective with Mythic Legion figures. I don't need to get all of them. I just want to get, the certain ones that I feel are good for my my shelf's over here technically, of my Mythic Legions. HasLab looks better. The Elite Legend owns that line. Which line? Marvel or Mythic Legions? Yeah, I like the multiple arms guy. Waiting for Cosmic so bad. Yeah, Cosmic's gonna be fun. I can't wait for that too. Seeing those in hand at RetroCon was really, really cool. The multiple arms guy, was that the Motu tribute? I forgot the name of it that they had at PowerCon. The skeleton. That's pretty much what I know. I don't remember the name. But yeah, this was quite the stream. I'm surprised I was able to get through most of that New York Comic Con stuff. It was a lot, whole lot. What's the site to buy these Mythic? Start with this. Use that, because then that's like their main page, and then you can go to their store from there if they have anything available. I highly doubt they do. But you can go to other retailers to order your Mythic Legions. And like I said, BBTS has them in stock. Well, certain characters in stock. Yes, Bastion Nerdzoic. He has some of the newer Mythic Legions in stock. Who else is a good one? Dorkside started doing pre-orders for Mythic Legions now. No way. That's never gonna happen. But yeah, New York Comic Con. That was nuts. I'm glad everything went well. So I can't wait to put up some of the videos I had from there. And basically like a haul video. Basically what I did here, but I'll just put it in a regular video so that way it's a lot easier to digest instead of watching a whole live stream. But yeah, that's it. My guy, my voice is killing me. But I'm glad you guys were here. Thank you so much. I am going to end the stream because I need rest. I really do. This has been quite the weekend, but it was the best weekend I really ever had. So I appreciate everyone stopping by. Thank you guys so much for the ones who have stayed for this entire time. So that's really awesome of you. So thank you. But you'll see some videos come out this week. I have a lot of a mail call because there was a lot of stuff that came during my time at New York. But that's pretty much it. We'll go with this week by week as always. So I'll be back here 9 o'clock on Monday doing these live streams. But again, appreciate your time, guys. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you soon. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I think we're getting closer to the 4,000 subscriber goal. I'm trying to hit that, and I'm hoping everything goes well because I have some stuff planned, maybe like a giveaway, and do more when I reach 4,000 subscribers. But that's it. You guys get some rest too. I'm gonna get there. Thank you guys. I'll see you on the next hunt.